We are in Converse. It is time for the Gomez Law Firm Keys to the Game. It's Burbank and Veterans Memorial. And Chuck, let's start with Coach Mike Mull and the Burbank Bulldogs.
Yeah, Don, I mean, this is a ball club that scored over 30 points last week and turned the ball over 4 times. So they want to watch that this evening. And then on defense, they want to be able to stop the explosive plays by Veterans Memorial because we know those are coming. And then they want to have their skill guys match, or at least try to match, what Izzy Zapata gave them a week ago.
Coach Bobby Irvin's building a winner at Veterans Memorial. Last year we saw James Peoples, the running back that's now at Ohio State. What are their keys to get back on the winning track after losing in week 1?
Well, it starts right up at the top. But protecting the football for sure for Veterans Memorial. This is usually a very clean offense as well and a machine-type style of offense, so we'll see if they can do that. And then they want to be able to read their keys and execute because Burbank is going to be chucking the ball all over the ballpark. And then make sure you block your assignments to get the job done.
All right, they're flipping the coin. When we come back, it's kickoff time. It's Burbank and Veterans Memorial. Stick around here on TNL. We're going to have a good one for you tonight.
Burbank won the don't forget to
Game Time Weather is sponsored by Air and Plumbing Today.
Man, it is a beautiful night for football. Our Air and Plumbing Today game time weather, 87 degrees. Do have a breezy night here, 12 miles per hour. The wind right now, it was gusting a little bit earlier, but compared to recent years, Chuck, when we're dying of heat, like all the way up to like week 5, it's been pretty mild.
It has. Week 2, kind of like last week too, seemed like it was a little cooler than normal. And then with the wind factor tonight, Don, it's a little odd too because the wind appears to be blowing right now sideline to sideline. So I don't know if it's going to be able to favor one team or the other, but we'll see how that progresses as the night goes along.
All right, our first half kickoff brought to you by Rhino Roofers. And it'll be the Burbank Bulldogs kicking off to Veterans Memorial. That means Samuel O'Gwen will kick it deep to Isaiah Francis and Chris Bassett.
Yeah, and you got to really like what both the coaches have done at their respective programs. Mull, his second year at Burbank, really doing a phenomenal job, Don. Their numbers right now, there you have 160 guys playing football at Burbank. And, of course, Bobby doing a great job as always at Veterans Memorial, always in the conversation every single year for playoffs and teams that are competing for a spot in the postseason. Really impressed with both of these programs, and boy, this is going to be a fun one tonight. Watching how it unfolds. That's easy for me to say.
All right, so Bassett and Francis drop deep, and the Patriots will have the ball first. We'll get a chance to see their offense first, led by Dallas Harrell. He's an interesting story. More on that in just a bit. And here we go. We saw a little bit of this last week. This is a new popular technique where they kind of fake the kick.
Yeah, maybe setting you up for something later, we hope. They're all for it after what we got last week from David Molesky and the Panthers.
It's Hernandez who puts his leg into it. And this could be a little bit of trouble, a little dicey, bouncing around there on the 2. You got to field that thing, and they do. And Bassett's got it, and he's got nowhere to go. Trying to get out of the end zone, doing a nice job of getting it past the 5-yard line. But what a great kick. Thing kind of died inside the 2-yard line, and because it was a nub, gave the coverage team plenty of time to get down there.
Yeah, and Bass is doing a really good job too, because that looked like it was going from bad to worse very quickly, but the running back for the Veterans Memorial squad able to get the ball at least a little bit upfield to start this initial drive.
All right, so the Pats will set up shop on the 8-yard line, and we will see Dallas Harrell, or will we? Here's the snap, and it's balls on the ground, and Burbank says they've got it, and they do. Holy smokes, first play of the game does not go well for the Patriots, and the Bulldogs are right there to recover it.
Yeah, Veterans Memorial coming out with a guy that's not even on our roster taking the snap, and it's a miscue to start. And look at the Burbank Bulldogs. Don, who was walking around before the ball game, and obviously that was a gift, but the size of Burbank's defensive line is absolutely, I don't know that my eyes were big enough. Let me just put it that way.
They've got big boys up front. Here's Kevin Hernandez, one of the most highly touted quarterbacks in all of San Antonio. Threw for 279 yards and 4 touchdowns last week. Also ran it 12 times. He put up almost 2,000 yards last year as a junior. They will scrimmage first and goal inside the Central Med red zone. And Hernandez will keep, bounce it outside, breaks 1 tackle, and doing a nice job coming up from the cornerback spot is Isaiah Francis making the tackle. Isaiah had 14 tackles last week to lead Veterans Memorial, and you can see that was a nice open field tackle right there.
Man, you're not kidding. I mean, if he gets by 20, that's going into the house.
Hernandez wants to throw, looking over the middle. Now coming to the other side, heaves it to the corner. It's broken up, and good coverage back there by Veterans Memorial.
Really good job. Kind of gliding and sliding by Kevin Hernandez right there. Drifting away from the pressure, setting up the guys that were trying to come after him, and just not able to make that first connection with his first throw of the ball game.
Darius Hernandez on the coverage. Here's Kevin rolling right, firing, has a man. It's caught, but it's going to be short of the line to gain. Completed to Roman Garcia. He's just a sophomore, but he'll set up 4th down and goal. Going with a little wildcat look, and Veterans Memorial, actually Burbank who wants to talk it over. They'll take their first timeout, and we'll take it with them. Burbank threatening 4th down conversion time when we come back. It is 4th and goal at the 3. Burbank gives a little different look than before they took the timeout. Man in motion, Hernandez fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself. Going to try to get to the edge and is short of the goal line. Knocked out at about the 1, inside the 1. And Burbank will turn it over on downs.
Was that Tyler Drake, a defensive lineman for Veterans Memorial, that was the guy that got him out? Let's see. I mean, I really thought, from up here, Don, bird's eye view, I mean, first of all, great play design. But once Kevin started taking it, it was like, oh man, looks like he's got the angle.
I thought he might toss it right there.
Now 20 was the one that got him. So, 16 was in hot pursuit. Well done, Tyler Drake.
Isaiah Francis credited with another tackle, but Harrell and company backed up in their own end zone, and Burbank's going to help them out there as they got the Bulldogs front to jump.
Offside defense, 5-yard penalty. It's still.
Dave Eagleton and his crew, the referees tonight. It'll be first down and 5 now. Smart play by Dallas Harrell to try to draw him off sides, and he did that. Harrell keep it himself. Not much. Back to the line of scrimmage. And Chuck, you talked about the size of that Burbank defensive line. Seeing some of it there. Ramsey Chavarria.
Guy is huge. And then Ezra Mays right there doing a great job coming in and Phil to help finish that last play off.
So 2nd down and 3. This time they'll stretch it. They hand it off. Bassett's upended. Nice tackle coming up from the cornerback spot there by number 8, Aiden Mays. We take a look at the Veterans Memorial starting offense. They've got some senior leaders up front. Center Sean Velasquez anchors the offensive front. And Harrell, very new at the position at quarterback, and I think he got him to jump again, and he did, and it's the same guy, Ryan Vasquez, right there on the nose. He's the team captain.
Prior to the snap.
And he was the
offside
district defensive
5-yard
MVP
penalty,
a year
automatic
ago.
first down.
He's just a little over anxious right now.
Yeah, trying to get back there and do some damage. So a little antsy to start the ball game, but 2 costly penalties here that got Veterans Memorial out from underneath the shadow of their own goalposts.
It's a San Antonio Zoo first down for the Patriots as they'll scrimmage from the 12. Harrell will roll to his right and fire. Has a man out there a little high, but a great job. And it's loose. That's scooped up. That might go for a touchdown the other way. Another turnover after the fumble by Eric Pacheco. He did catch it, make a football move, had a couple of steps, and the ball just came out.
Yeah, Ambrose Leyva there, Johnny on the spot. This was a problem that plagued Burbank a week ago, putting the ball on the rug once they were making plays, and great job swarming to the football by that Burbank defense. Man, Veterans Memorial's been on the field 2 series, and Burbank's gotten 2 TOs.
Aiden Mays punched it out, and Leyva recovered, and here we go. Bulldogs couldn't capitalize last time they were inside the Central Med red zone, but they will try right now. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down for Hernandez. Zone read, and defense coming up big. Reading it well for Veterans Memorial. As Tyler Drake came up again, they'll go quickly here. On 2nd down, Hernandez rolling to his left. Under pressure, fires in the end zone, and that's caught for a touchdown. No flags. Burbank scores first. Oh, wait, there might be a flag on the far sideline. The officials talking it over. Matthew Reyna caught it. It looks like that's coming back.
was watching the flight of the ball, so I really wasn't aware that there was a flag down either. Not really sure what these guys are going to call, but we'll see what they got in store.
Very
Private
late.
pass. Holding. Number 7 of the offense.
All right, so they'll
Second
back
down.
it up after the holding call.
10-yard penalty against the Bulldogs for holding.
And maybe right there in the middle of the scrum. Didn't look like a whole lot, but enough. And usually when it's right there in front of the referee in his eyes, you're going to get that call. So Burbank having a little trouble capitalizing on these early turnovers that were created.
It'll be second down and goal. Here's Hernandez. Little blitz package coming, going deep to the end zone. It'll be way overthrown. It'll be third down.
Pass incomplete over the head of the receiver.
It's hard to believe that you could overthrow Izzy Zapata, right? But he just ran out of real estate there. That was not going to happen no matter what, the way that ball was thrown. But credit there by Kevin for stepping up and standing tall in the pocket, because Veterans Memorial sending a blitz from a place that maybe he might not have been expecting, but he adapted very well.
All right, so it's third and goal all the way back to the 17. Hernandez on the keep, makes a move, makes a man miss. Can't get further than about the 8-yard line. It'll be fourth down from the 8, and it looks like Burbank's going to try a field goal. They were knocking on the door earlier from about the 2 and decided to go for it, but here they'll run out Samuel Oldland, and he'll try 26-yarder.
Great job by the Veterans Memorial defense. If you could get off the field, look at that, with no points after being backed up 2 defensive series in a row. Well done, Patriots.
Yeah, if you're Veterans Memorial, you are so proud of your defense. If you're Burbank, you're kicking yourself that you couldn't capitalize on one, if not both, of those possessions that were just given to you inside the 10-yard line and not able to capitalize. So let's see if the Patriots can take advantage and get something going here on offense as we go down to Matt Roy. Matt.
Don, Chuck, hope you guys are having a great time in the booth. We're having a great time down here on the field. We do have Brianna Cabello, the director, the catering regional manager over at Taco Cabana, our key sponsor here. How are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you. Excited to be here.
How are you guys? You guys are our sponsor once again this year on TNL. Why do you guys continue to give back to the community year in and year out?
Well, we're super excited to be a part of this opportunity, and San Antonio is the birthplace of Taco Cabana, so it's important for us to give back to the community. For over 45 years, we've been delivering, offering delicious Tex-Mex, fresh ingredients at all times. Morning, afternoon, and late night, and so it's important that we support our community and our teams, our teachers, our coaches, and just our local community.
Big fan of the late night menu. What do you guys have going on this month?
Right now, we are doing our delicious tortas. I brought some tortas over for us. Our al pastor is my favorite. That's a limited time only that we're offering right now. We also have some flaming hot Cheetos tacos. A lot of new stuff coming out, and looking forward to more coming out throughout the year.
If anybody looks at our vending machine at work, you'll know that I eat all of the flaming hot Cheetos. That's me, guys.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at one of those tortas real quick. So we got this how they come. You got the ranch there as well.
Repeat, second down, second and 19.
You have to pour the salsa ranch on it. This is yours.
Oh, you're making that for me?
Yeah, I'm making it for you.
Well, perfect. 'Cause last year was all tacos. This year we got tortas. So.
Yeah, this is a little more filling for game day.
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy one of these. I'll try and run one up to you. I don't know if it'll make it though. So send it back up to you.
We're not counting on it, Matt. We know you too well.
How about the performances, not only by Matt Roy mowing down some food on the sideline, but these defensive linemen on both sides right now really making a fine accounting of themselves, and linebackers ain't been so bad either.
Justin Rosado is the quarterback on this series, facing 3rd and 15 here. Throws it out there, completes it close to the first down, be about 2 yards short. See if Veterans Memorial wants to go for it. The way their defense is playing, and why not?
Plus, it's early in the season, right? You want to find out a little something about your team. I kind of love this. That's why I like Burbank going for it on 4th down on their first possession, too. Why not?
4th and 2 here for Rosado. He looks over to the coaches.
Or at least try to draw somebody off sides. That old trick play.
And now they'll switch it up and send in the punt team, but they're running out of time. Only 8 seconds left on the play clock, and so I think they're going to take a timeout here. And they will, and we will take it with them. Looks like Veterans Memorial is going to punt it away when we come back. Welcome back. No score here at Rutledge Stadium. Burbank and Veterans Memorial here in week 2. If you're just joining us, the Patriots have had a tough time with turnovers inside their own end. They gave it up on the 2, and then a fumble return inside the 10. And both times their defense has held. And so this time they've got it out on the 28-yard line. Looked like they were going to go for it, but now it looks like they will punt it away. Doing the punte is Jorge Barragan. And way back there, standing at his own 15-yard line, is the Burbank return man, but he's just going to let it die out at about the 31, and we're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
Chuck, I don't want to call the shot here, but it's only a matter of time before Kevin Hernandez and Izzy Zapata are going to do something special. Maybe this is the drive. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down, as they have it right at their own 30-yard line. Little inside reverse. And that is Roman Garcia, the sophomore, with a huge game.
One little nice block there to get that whole thing going. A little substitution change by Burbank on the offensive line. And I don't know who had that little chip right there, but well done. And then Roman Garcia doing the rest.
Just a sophomore. This is completed to
Oh,
Zapata.
look out.
Look out. Zapata got speed to burn. Going to be dragged down inside the 1. But 2 plays, and just like that, Burbank's knocking on the door right to the 1, and they want to go quick.
Yeah, you called your shot, Don. That's right. Get your playmakers the ball, and then, yeah, go quick before they can even set. Look out.
They run the little wildcat, and no signal yet, but it looked like Roman Garcia got in. If not, he got real close.
Yeah, I thought he punched it too, but let's take another look.
Mark it short.
Wow, what a push this D-line is getting from Veterans Memorial.
That
Look
way,
out.
Ball's on the ground, still loose. Veterans Memorial may have it. And they do. What a huge play that turned out to be, as they stopped him on the first play, and that allowed the defense to come up and make a big play on second down. Michael Irving with the recovery.
Let's see who gets the push. Well, didn't really matter because the ball was obviously out before anything was happening. And that's really unfortunate for Burbank because that's one of the first times in this ball game where they've actually dominated after the snap.
I'll tell you what, Kendarius Harrington made 2 plays in a row right there. He was the guy that was there on both of those penetrations to stop the Bulldogs. So Veterans Memorial now in their own end zone.
Wow.
And that's going to be a safety. Early in this ball game, Burbank was offsides a couple of times with Ryan Vasquez. He was just too eager. Well, that time he was eager and he timed it perfectly, and it comes up with a big play.
Unbelievable. I mean, we talked about the size of this Burbank defensive line. I mean, but that's just good old-fashioned bully ball right there by 9. I mean, and how apt is it that the first points in this ball game are coming courtesy of a defensive line? I mean, this has been quite a show by these defenses, especially up front.
Ryan Vasquez, the district defensive MVP a year ago, with 56 tackles, 12 for loss, and a blocked field goal, and the senior captain coming up big when his team needed it.
Man, this guy prototype 6'3". You can tell when we're talking about he's got a chance to play college ball. I'm thinking now you get a chance to watch these guys with your own 2 eyes, and you're thinking, you think? I mean, he's not the only one, man. There's some dudes, and I'm sure we're going to get to them as the night rolls along, but they got a guy in the middle. Did a great job this week talking about his team on both Maximum Sports and News 4. This guy's got it all.
Yeah, and he was really, really fired up about being the more physical team this week. Both defenses being very physical, and after the safety, Veterans Memorial will kick it away. Rafael Nunez will do the honors, and it's a high short kick that'll be down right at the 37-yard line. Burbank will have it there, up 2-0.
You can tell, Don, this Burbank offense, once it gets into a rhythm and a flow, they're going to be really, really hard to stop no matter who they line up and play. But, you know, it's the ultimate team sport. You get one guy out of whack, one guy not exactly doing what he's supposed to do, and things can get sideways in a hurry, but there's something else.
On a safety, you have to recover the ball. They didn't, so it's Veterans Memorial football, because Burbank didn't cover the kick. So on first down, Harrell will throw it out in the flat. Nice move there by Ben Toney. Ben Toney, a big leader on this team, scholar athlete, and one of their best players, and he makes a nice move there to buy himself some more yardage.
And he was another guy that got in front of the cameras this week, Don, and I don't know if you heard him talk, but it was like, who is this elder statesman? It's a high school guy and a darn good football player. I mean, very impressive, very mature.
I was talking to him before the game.
Number 55 of the offense.
Was very impressed with
10-yard penalty spot of the foul.
his maturity.
Replay first down.
We talked WNBA. He wanted to know how I felt about the WNBA. He's a big sports fan. That'll come back, though, after the penalty. It'll be first down and 13. Harrell back in, running for his life. Flag flies. Still scrambling, gets out of bounds, but we'll have to see. Usually in the holding range.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I mean, the Burbank defensive line again showing you that they are going to be a handful, not only tonight, but in the weeks ahead as well.
Holding. Number 54 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay first down.
All right, here's another look at it. Right there in the middle. Oh, yeah. Again, it's just trying to stop Ryan Vasquez, who was responsible for that safety in the previous series. So it is a mile. First and 23. Bassett's got it. He's got midfield, and he's got across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line as we take a player profile look at the new quarterback of the Veterans Memorial Patriots. He is Dallas Harrell, a senior. He's a team captain, 2-year letterman, but he hasn't played quarterback. He played running back, he played tight end, played linebacker. Very strong kid. You see he's on the powerlifting team. Really good athlete. They've moved him to quarterback. He's learning the position. And Coach Irvin said it's, a work in progress. He was only 4 for 18 last week throwing the football, but he ran it 20 times for 112 yards. They like his athleticism.
Yeah, he played freshman quarterback, sophomore quarterback, and then they moved him for need, playing some defense, and they think they got some really good young quarterbacks. They're trying to bridge the gap to get there, but Harrell's a good enough athlete. He can probably play anywhere on the field. That's why you're seeing him at quarterback.
Nice tackle there by the Burbank defense. That was Sebastian Ramos with the tackle. I'll tell you that why it's impressive is because he brought down Anthony Keith, and we were looking at this guy pregame. Oh my goodness, is this guy big. All district tight end. They list him at 6'3", 205. There's no way he's 205. Veterans Memorial will punt it away. Look like some pre-snap movement. We're going to let that one die. Inside the 15, rolls down there at the 14-yard line. And so Burbank will have it. When we come back, it's 2-0, third inning.
Welcome back to Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm. I'm joined now with Armando Lara from the Gomez Law Firm. Armando, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. It's always a good night when I'm out at a high school football game. Speaking of high school football, that's the reason we're all here tonight. You guys choose to give back to the community once again, supporting us here on TNL. Why is it that the Gomez Law Firm chooses to give back once again on TNL to these athletes?
Yes, sir. At the Gomez Law Firm, we want to give back to the community as much as possible. Mr. Gomez, he was a high school student and a high school athlete of San Antonio. So he's proud to give back to the wonderful community of San Antonio by providing scholarships and support programs like Thursday Night Lights.
Speaking of those scholarships, it's not just athletes that he supports, it's all education. What kind of scholarships programs does Mr. Gomez go for, and why is it so important to him?
Yes, Mr. Gomez, along with a lot of our attorneys at the office, we are a product of San Antonio. We have grown up here. We have gone to school here and we practice here. So we are very proud to give back to the community, and we are proud to provide scholarships to our youth because we know that the youth is our future. And we know that, and Mr. Gomez is very proud to providing scholarships to our future leaders because we know that education is very important.
Mr. Gomez has been practicing law for almost 50 years, giving back so much to the community. What makes the Gomez Law Firm different than others around town?
What sets us apart from the others is that we have the experience to get the compensation and the justice that our clients deserve. We have been doing this for a very long time, and our sole practice is to represent individuals that have been injured by the negligence of others. And our attorneys and Mr. Joe Gomez have been doing this for a very, very long time.
San Antonians representing San Antonians. That's what we like to see. Thank you so much.
That's what we love.
Thank you so much once again. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. The defense for Veterans Memorial has been very impressive here. And Burbank going for it there on fourth down in their own end, backfired again. And so in this 2-0 ball game, Veterans Memorial now has it inside the Central Med red zone as we near the end of the first quarter. And we will see if Dallas Harrell and his offense can finally get something going here with great field position. Fires into the flat, maybe just a miscommunication on the route as Tony wasn't quite expecting where that ball was thrown. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that was really weird because it looked like they had exactly what they wanted outside. Nobody seemed quite ready to execute.
Tough going for both teams here offensively tonight. Good defense by both. Physical defense. Harrell fakes to Bassett, keeps it himself. Breaking tackles inside the 5, down to the 2.5. That's a nice play.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I don't know where your eyes were going, but mine weren't going with Harrell, that's for sure. So he really did a good job pulling this one. Look at that, hiding the football, getting some blocks up front, couple of nice moves, and Vets knocking on the door.
And Harrell's signaling touchdown, but it's going to be just short.
Bassett takes the ball down to the 1-yard line.
Down to the 1.
1-yard line.
Veterans going with tempo too.
Yep, going quickly here. Here's Harrell. Going to take it himself and scores. Dallas Harrell in. We got our first touchdown of the game, and it comes for the Veterans Memorial Patriots and Dallas Harrell. Physical, big football player who inexperienced playing quarterback, but we're going to go quick here on the extra point too. They're going to go for 2. Guys to get set. Harrell again going to keep. This time he's not going to get there. That big physical defensive front from Burbank has something to say about that. Big Ramsey Chavarria and Ryan Vasquez there again. And it is 6-2 Veterans Memorial.
Yeah, it's been a hard fought first quarter now. Still going between these two teams and out of dirty yards. Finally somebody creases the end zone, but even the 2-point conversions are hard around here.
I like the moxie of Mike Mull and Burbank, but going for it on 4th down on your own 15. A little risky there, and it paid off for Veterans Memorial.
Well, again, you know, some of this is you're trying to figure out what you got. You're working on some things too. Yeah, of course you want to win the ball game, but remember, he was telling us before the ball game, you know, we want to see Veterans Memorial speed. We want to get used to what we're going to see late in the year, especially come playoff time. And, you know, so far they've been very equal to the task, but I'm all for experimenting and rolling the bones this time of year. Why not?
Nothing to lose, non-district schedule. You're playing against good people in your non-district schedule. Both of them did that a week ago, as the Patriots lost to Davenport after they shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. Burbank fell as well. Here's the Bulldogs. And again, it's that man, Izzy Zapata, with the speed going across the 30-yard line. And they'll spot it 31. And Burbank looking to get on the scoreboard here before the end of the quarter.
I saw some speed too from the tackler, Bryson Bowden, 21. I can't wait to see that guy get his hands on the ball tonight.
It's been a frustrating half for the Bulldogs, who have had plenty of chances to get in the end zone and have come away so far with just the safety. And so we'll see if, remember last drive, they went 70 yards in 2 plays and then fumbled inside the 5. So they can move the football. Here's a little bubble route completed to James Gonzalez. He's a sophomore, and he's got a nice gain on the play.
And Veterans Memorial doing a good job now, rotating guys in and out. Great job coming up from his safety position is Keandrius Harrington on that last play.
That one's completed to Roman Garcia, and he paid for it. As it's short of the marker, it'll be 3rd down and 1. Still haven't seen much of a run game from Burbank. They like to put the ball in the air. And when they do run it, it's usually Hernandez, and he got him to draw offsides there. This is a free play, and he completes it down to the 40-yard line to Izzy Zapata.
Ball hawking 3, man. Like watching this kid go. Free play, as you said, Don, and then going up against the trees.
Results of the play.
And 50-50 ball belongs to 3.
The offsides will be declined. They'll take the yardage. It'll be a new set of downs. It's a first down. San Antonio Zoo first down for the Bulldogs, who are now inside Veterans Memorial territory. Hernandez keeps, shows a little burst there, gets to the outside and picks up a good 9, if not the first down. Burbank's offense playing with a little more confidence. These last 2 drives, they just got to not shoot themselves in the foot with turnovers inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, short week, too. We had a couple of guys miss practice this week. It's probably messing a little bit with their continuity early on in this football game. But again, you know, it's going to take a play or two, get some rhythm and see, whoa, that wasn't the one.
Kind of blew up that play and put him behind the chains. It'll be 3rd down and 5 now, 4 after they had a 2-yard opportunity.
Yeah, and you see what happens when things don't go cleanly. You get blown up.
Final 35 seconds here of the first quarter. Hernandez looking for the sign. Now he'll direct his teammates on 3rd and 5. Wants to throw it again. Scrambling for his life, being chased. Has the corner and goes over the top. And that effort's going to get him the first down.
Well done, young man. Ronaldo Nehemiah at the end of this thing. Holy cow, talk about selling out for your boys. Get on up.
That's some hops, man.
Wow, what an effort.
Hernandez now rolling to his left. He's got Zapata, one-on-one coverage, little back shoulder. Izzy's got it inside the 15, near the 10. And a flag came in late, and I think that might be an inadvertent face mask. So this might be going inside the
Personal foul. Face mask.
half the distance to the goal line.
Personal foul, face mask against the field.
Boy, what a throw, what a play by Kevin Hernandez. Floating, giving himself some space, and then nice touch pass there to get Burbank inside the 10-yard line. And, you know, the wind on is still kind of hard to read. It's a little more at their back. They got 4 seconds here. Actually, no, time's going to expire to end the first quarter. But Burbank with a chance here to wrest the lead back from Veterans Memorial here as we go to the second quarter.
You see why Kevin Hernandez is so hyped. He's starting to show it here at Rutledge Stadium. Into the first quarter, Veterans Memorial 6, Burbank 2. But the Bulldogs are on the move as the second quarter begins. All right, time for our San Antonio Ready to Work highlights, where you can train for a better paying, higher quality job. And there's the big safety that got them on the board first, and then Another fumble from Veterans Memorial. Burbank had a hard time cashing in, but their defense got them going, and then Veterans Memorial came down the field to take the lead. And here we go quickly now as Hernandez takes it himself and gets inside the 2. Dallas Harrell scored that touchdown to make it 6-2. And that's where we stand here with 11:49 to go in the second quarter.
Nice burst, nice explosion coming from the Burbank offensive line on that run.
And it's Hernandez again, and this time he's in for a Burbank touchdown. So the Bulldogs, after a very frustrating first quarter offensively, finally hit pay dirt, and it's Kevin Hernandez.
It was just a matter of time for these guys. I mean, just too talented on offense to not get something going, and with as many opportunities as they've been afforded tonight, especially in terms of field position, Burbank finally cashing in.
Bulldogs will decide to kick the extra point, and that kick is up, and it is good. And so the Bulldogs now have a field goal lead, 9-6 over Veterans Memorial. Take another look at Hernandez's touchdown. Chuck, you can tell that Mull just really trusts this quarterback. He's their leader for a reason, and he's putting his team on his back tonight.
Yeah, and Roger Garcia up front, Noah Balagia doing a really good job up front for these Burbank Bulldogs. Marco Salas included. Jonathan Rosales on the right side, just a sophomore. They really like that guy.
Seen a little bit of everything here in this ball game. Some good defense being played. Some really odd stops with turnovers inside the 5. But tell you what, Burbank didn't let that frustrate them. They moved right down the field impressively twice. One time they fumbled inside the 5-yard line, but that time they put the whole drive together.
Yeah, I mean, they've got so many weapons, and obviously everybody loves their quarterback and what he's able to do, but I just think it's really impressive. You know, the offense, the style of play in which they go about their business, and Coach Mull talking about he came up with this offensive set because if he was a kid and he was playing football, what kind of an offense would he like to play in, right? I want to play with one that, you know, we got tempo and we're running up and down the field and we're passing it around and we're running and we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And he really likes that style of play. You know the kids do. And no wonder, Don, that the program at Burbank has grown in the last 2 years by 100 kids because everybody wants to play in this offense.
Yeah, that's really remarkable. When we were talking to him about when he got there, he had about 60 kids, and now he's got over 160. Very impressive. Short kick fielded. There's some open space across the 50, across the 40, inside the Burbank 35-yard line. What a return for the Veterans Memorial Patriots. And their fans are loving it.
As they should. That was like parting of the Red Sea for the most part, but look who was back there to stop it. Their safety valve, their quarterback, Kevin Hernandez.
I didn't even get the license plate of that return man. It's 21. It's Bryson Bowden. He's just a sophomore.
Don, that was the kid that made the play on the special teams with a tackle, and he is listed as one of their running backs. Pretty high on the depth chart, too, so let's see what happens if they can get him the ball in space, because that guy looks like he can really, really run. We've seen two prime examples of that here tonight.
It's a county-wide first down here in the second quarter. Here's Dallas Harrell handing to Bassett. He's got nowhere to go as that big defensive front with all that beef pushes back. Lance Trevino in there with Ramsey Chavarria.
Ramsey Chavarria looks like he had been claimed on waivers from the Pittsburgh Steelers in their last cut. I mean, that kid, tall, wide, and boy, does he move well.
Coaches said he was 6'5", nearly 300 pounds. Harrell rolls right, fires into the zone there, and had a man, just missed him. And hard to miss Anthony Keith. That's the young man we talked about in pregame that was so big, so impressive. Talk about passing the eye test. Legs like tree trunks.
Yeah, had a big catch and score last week. I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row, Don. You walk around on the field before the game, and it used to be, okay, we're watching a high school football game tonight. I mean, these guys look like they're all ready to go to the next level in terms of size and everything else they bring to the table.
3rd and 12, Harold trying to run for his life, and he's going nowhere, and he paid for it again, and that time it was Chavarria, the big guy that we were talking about. And, man, up front, are they impressive with Vasquez and Chavarria, and we haven't even seen Puka Olie yet. He was sick a little bit earlier this week. They said he was going to play, just didn't start. But he's just as big. He's a freshman.
It's just absolutely amazing what you can do with 3 guys that are this talented and this big. I mean, they are just blowing almost everything up in sight.
So Veterans Memorial will punt it away. That ball kicked high and near the sideline. Nice angling kick, but we'll see where they mark it. Officials still walking up the sideline past the 15, and they're finally gonna, wow, it's gonna be all the way down to the 19-yard line is where they will spot it. And that's where they'll have it when we come back. Burbank trying to move it again. We're here in the second quarter on Thursday Night Lights. Welcome back to Converse. The skies have darkened out near Randolph Air Force Base, and we're hoping the weather holds off. Hadn't seen much electricity. We've got a great vantage point up here on the 4th floor of this press box, and there's some ominous-looking clouds. So far, no water, no electricity. So Hernandez hands off on first down, and Martinez has the pickup.
A nice little run play right there, going against the grain and giving Veterans Memorial a little different look on that run. Now they're going to swing it out quick.
Zapata's got it, and a great job coming up to make the open field tackle there by Bryce Cole. Man, that was not easy.
Yeah, really like the way these guys play on the back end too. A lot of speed, and of course their linebacking core ain't no slouches either.
3rd and 8. Fakes the out route, throws the deep route, and that's incomplete. As it tried to hit the post, and that'll be 4th down. Last time they were in this position, they went for it on their own 20-yard line, and it backfired. But I'm telling you, Mole wants to roll the bones.
I'm telling you, Don, I mean, you know, that was a great shoulder fake. Looked like he was going to throw right and then go back over the left side. If he'd have thrown right, Izzy Zapata had 10 yards beating his man.
Instead, Hernandez will do the quick kick. That ball went straight up in the air. It'll take a Veterans Memorial hop and be down inside Burbank territory right at the 46-yard line. You know, every week on TNL, we highlight teams that are making a difference in our communities with the Beyond the Game program. Here's more from San Antonio Sports' Jenny Carnes and Valero.
Every day, our high school and middle school coaches work hard to help athletes reach their maximum potential while also teaching life lessons through sports. Beyond the Game provides a platform to support our coaches as they develop athletes beyond the basic X's and O's.
Valero's commitment to integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service is reflected in every aspect of our work and community involvement. We're proud to partner with San Antonio Sports to acknowledge the next generation of leaders who embrace these values.
We are thrilled to have Valero on our team. They are a company that lives their values and makes San Antonio a better place for all of us. Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue to positively impact more teams, coaches, and families. 4 teams will be recognized during the San Antonio High School All-Star Football Game in the Alamo Dome. If you want to nominate, you can visit sanantoniosports.org and learn more about the program and nominate a team or individual today.
Always appreciate what Valero and San Antonio Sports do with the Beyond the Game program as you take a look at the weather blowing in. And it'll be a countywide service company first down for the Veterans Memorial Patriots, who trail 9-6 in what can only be described as a strange football game tonight.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, when's the last time we talked this much about both teams' defenses? But they have literally stolen the show here tonight.
Both teams' defensive fronts, the physicality of the defensive front fours for both teams. And here's Dallas Harrell with a countywide first down right at the 45. Little jet sweep, that goes to Tony. And Tony has a nice carry for first down.
Kidding, man, that was something else. It looked like that was going absolutely nowhere, and Tony broke a tackle and actually was able to skip it up. 36-inch vertical. Guy's got all kinds of talent.
Turned it into about 7.5 yards, and there's that physical defensive front that you talked about with Vasquez and company. He just looks like he wants to fight. He just loves it. He loves the physicality of a football game, and he's been all over the place tonight, including scoring that safety.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Mull didn't lie. He told us this was the strength of his team, and he ain't kidding.
Third down, Harrell straight drop, pressured, fires over the middle. It's caught. Tony's got it at the 20. Tony's inside the 15. And for a guy who hadn't played quarterback much, Dallas Harrell stepped up and made a good throw right there.
Yeah, nice route. Burbank, second line of defense. Not a whole lot there to try to defend that, and looks like DJH comes up with a nice play.
My bad, that was had not, and not Tony on the catch. Tony had not caught it. Had not did. Second down and 6 inside the Centromed red zone.
Don't hate on yourself too bad. I don't know how you saw that face mask earlier from where we're at, so well done.
And they're going to be timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Burbank 9, Veterans Memorial 6. But the Pats are on the move now here in the second quarter.
This is a new one. Demure. Demure. Ooh. What's that?
That based on their reaction, it's like fantastic. It's awesome. It's good.
Yeah.
Very classy, very respectful, very modern.
You have a very demure principal. Oh, very good.
It's a trendy word. Saw that on the Today Show the other day.
Did you?
I'm just out of it, you know.
I just went to my dictionary.
Brad's hip. That's going nowhere. This time it's Chavarria chasing down from the backside. That'll set up third down. Let's go down to Matt Roy and let's check in and see if this storm's moving this way. What you got, Matt?
Don, I just checked in with News 4 meteorologist Chris Suchan. He says downpour moving southwest. It might scrape us, but it looks like we're going to be okay. Definitely some ominous clouds and and wind picking up down here, but he said no lightning along with it, so maybe get a little bit of rain, but looks like we're going to be playing football, guys.
All right, Matt Roy with the direct line to Such. Here's Harold throwing high, and that ball's tipped and intended for Hadnot.
Oh, great job by the DBs on the back end for Burbank on that one. They had that underneath and over the top.
So Nunez will come on, Rafael Nunez, the senior. He's pretty consistent from distances around here. He's 39 of 41 on extra points. This will be spotted at about the 18, 28-yarder. Kick is up high enough. And right down Main Street. It's good. And the Patriots tie it up here at 9 apiece. And we're back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
So we've had safeties, we've had touchdowns, we've had field goals, and at the end of all of it, we're all tied up at 9 apiece here, 7:20 to go in the second quarter, as these coaches both doing a nice job with these teams in week 2. We're still trying to figure out just who they are. And, you know, really congratulations to both for dealing with a lot of adversity. I mean, this game could have gone really sideways south for Burbank early after those miscues inside the 5-yard line. Instead, Hernandez has shown that he can go 70 yards in a hurry. And the Veterans Memorial offense, after those 2 awful turnovers inside their own 5, has put together some nice plays.
Yeah,
Not to mention the defensive fronts.
Right. I think what we've seen early from both of these teams is that they're resilient, right? They're on to the next play no matter what happens. And I don't think there's any secret. You know, both of these teams are probably going to end up in the postseason. And they've been that way here for the last few years. So I don't think we're surprised by any of this, and that's why I think we're really appreciative that this game's on the schedule. You got 2 teams trying to work it out against one another, and the rest of us are the beneficiary.
I think that ball goes out of bounds. That gives us time to tell you about the $5,000 band grant. One of high school bands featured on TNL this year is going to win that $5,000 grant. It's all based on your votes. You can scan the QR code on your screen, or you can visit the CW35.com/station/contest. You must be 18 and living in our viewing area. The $5,000 band grant is brought to you by Christus Children's, as always. And we will see lots of great bands this year. And don't forget, you can vote all season long for your favorite band. And we can't wait for our halftime show tonight to see what Veterans Memorial. I'll tell you this, Veterans Memorial has the most impressive van truck I've ever seen, as Hernandez bounces it outside. They've got an 18-wheeler outside this stadium. Holy smokes, was it impressive. They're not messing around. That one, is that it? Yeah. It's not your average band van. Ooh. Yeah, there's personal foul flags flying there. And Nate kid we talked about, Nate Ortega, the kid we talked about pregame that's got 13 interceptions in 14 games, I think was the guilty party there.
Yeah, probably the two most talented playmakers on the entire field going head to head there. I think 5 would like to have that one back for sure.
Question is, we know it's probably a personal foul, but is it something worthy of ejection? The officials having a long talk about this one. And Mull is trying to make his influence felt. He's not happy about that, nor should he be.
We'll see how they decide to pair this one, but
No foul. Targeting. Number 5 of the defense. Targeting a defenseless player above the head and neck. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down. Player number 5 is ejected.
Did he hit him in the head? I thought it was a shoulder check to the shoulder. They have ejected Nate Ortega. Here's another look. Oh, we can't quite see there. That other angle looked like a shoulder. Now, from that angle at the end, you see the right forearm come out. Did he hit him in the head with it? I think that's below the shoulders, guys. I mean, it's a vicious hit. It's a 15-yard penalty, but I don't think there was helmet contact. They do not have replay. Play stands. Nate Ortega is ejected, and the Bulldogs are on the move. They run a little jet sweep this way, and that's a big loss for the Veterans Memorial defense, probably their best defender. Close call. Tough one to make.
indeed. And, you know, even for the players on the field, right? Just trying to make a play and get there a second too soon. And yeah, that's football sometimes, but both sides live with the consequences, and we play on.
Another completion there. They run a little wildcat here, going straight up the middle. Is Lopez, I think. Check that. It was Edward Palomo, the wide receiver. And there's a timing issue. That's why they've stopped the clock. They'll reset the play clock at 40.
Howard Drake having to come off too because his helmet came off.
So it's Countywide Service Company first down for Hernandez and company. Man in motion. Hernandez rolls right. Got a man down there, but he throws in double coverage and it's picked off. Veterans Memorial's defense coming up with a big play. Bryce Cole with the interception, and it was a risky throw into double coverage, even though he thought he had his man, and Cole made him pay.
Yeah, ball up for grabs, and that just looked like it was going to be a tough play all the way around because you saw the heat was coming from their stud, Michael Irving, the linebacker, and that just disrupted everything. And then you throw a jump ball with that many blue shirts around, somebody's going to come down with it, and indeed Bryce Cole did.
All right, so another turnover. This time the Veterans Memorial offense will have it, as we're still tied up here in the second quarter.
Bryce Cole, first-year starter, so easing in real nicely with his first opportunities to get on a football field.
There was also a penalty there on Burbank, declined obviously by the Patriot offense, or by the Patriot coaching staff, so they'll set up the offense. Countywide Service Company first down here with 5:38 to play. Inside handoff to Bassett, goes for about 2. We'll call it 3, it'll be second down and 7. Senior night here for the Veterans Memorial Patriots. And that Burbank front four doing a good job against the run. This time they try to stretch it to Bassett. Turns it upfield, got some room, and he's got a countywide service company first down. You can't run it right at those big guys. Stretch it, and he was able to find the seam.
Yeah, Bassett doing a nice job last year, too, filling in when James Peoples was a little nicked up early on in the season last year. And he had a pretty good game last week, too, to start the season.
Hand it off again. It's Bassett again. This time he's got another nice gain of about 4 or 5. James Peoples, the all-everything Veterans Memorial running back, going to Ohio State, scoring a touchdown on his very first carry for the Buckeyes as a true freshman in his very first game. Chuck, with the backs that they got at Ohio State, they went out and got the kid from Ole Miss, Judkins, and he might have been the best back in the country. That one's complete, and breaking it down the sideline is Tony. Tony's going to score. Touchdown, Veterans Memorial. Just the mention of James Peoples' name turns people into playmakers.
Oh, what a play. I mean, you're going to give this guy some space. We talked about his athleticism. Look at that quick cut and pivot. And then once he gets ahead of steam, look out. 8 equals 6.
Make sure you stick around for halftime. David Chancellor's got a great feature on him as our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Extra point snap, bobbled. Harrell's going to get rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 15-9. We talked about how mature that young man is. And you're going to learn more about him tonight at halftime. Here's another look at the touchdown. Got Tony one-on-one, and then he just turned on the Jets.
Something else. And clubhouse leader for best hair on the ballpark.
As I was saying during that play, Peoples goes to Ohio State, and they recruit him behind Travion Henderson, who was a really good back for Ohio State last year. But then Ohio State goes out and recruits maybe one of the best backs in the country, the Judkins kid from Ole Miss. So he's third team. I did not expect to see James Peoples play as a freshman. Gets in the first game, scores a touchdown on his first carry, and everybody here at Veterans Memorial very happy. Coach Irvin said he spoke to him this week, and he was just really excited for him.
Yeah, as he should be. You know, it's fascinating when you get to a school like that, right? When you already got an established program, you're 3 deep every single place on the field, and it'll be curious to see if at some point they don't redshirt him, you know, play him a little early, give him a little taste of what it's like to play big-time college football. You know he's equal to the task, but to your point, he's probably got 2 dudes in front of him too.
Yeah, and the national broadcasters just could not say enough about what the Ohio State coaches have said about him and his potential. I think he surprised him a little bit when he got there in the spring, and how he turned it on all summer long and during fall camp. So he might be a little ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, and even before the spring, right? We were doing the game, the All-Star game. He played in the big boy game previous and had to go catch a flight to get to Columbus.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, coming up, it's our Central Med halftime show. We'll have the bands and we'll have our Scholar Athletes. Don't miss that coming up at halftime. And what a game we've got so far, 15-9. Veterans Memorial, it's a game that's had it all. Turnovers, really good defense, brutal physicality, and explosive offensive plays. And Hernandez and company are going to try to make another one here, but the Veterans Memorial defense stands up right there and says, no thank you. Michael Irving, the senior, coming up to make the hit.
Yeah, Michael Irving, he spoke all this week too and did a really nice job. And I was kind of looking forward to watching him play ball because I've heard so much about him, and I know we've seen him before, but what a great player this guy is. I mean, speed, comes with the nasty, fantastic high school player.
Hernandez gets it out in space to Izzy. Izzy almost broke it. Instead, he gets the first down. It'll be a countywide service company first down. You can see the burst of speed that Izzy Zapata has and why he was the all-district wide receiver last year. 667 yards and 9 touchdowns a year ago.
Yeah, and they said what really helped his development last year was they had a guy that got hurt while he was kind of developing into a receiver, Leo Lozano, and then while Leo was down, that really helped Izzy's development. But man, what a ball player this guy is. No matter how you get there, he's here.
2nd down and 10. Handed off on the jet sweep. And it's stretched out. Matthew Reyna, not much there. Short game. And that'll set up 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I really like what Burbank's doing here on offense. I mean, their offense has been on the field a lot tonight, but they're making Veterans Memorial try to wear them out, go sideline to sideline. Now get a free play.
Another free play over the middle, and that ball is tipped away, but it'll be a 1st down. Well, it won't be a 1st down, it'll be 3rd down and about 1 or 2 after the encroachment there.
13, Yeshaya Taylor. Penalty flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the field, offside against the Patriots.
3rd and 1. Gotta think it's 2 down territory here as often as Mull has rolled the bones. It's Hernandez on a keeper. He's got the 1st down and more. Flag comes in though late, and it looks in that holding area thrown by the referee behind the play, so don't be surprised if that comes back.
Yeah, and then there's some extracurriculars after the initial flag, so you got a lot to sort through here. And a couple of guys, and of course the flags are always thrown when you throw the second punch.
Well, they may offset. It's funny to see the expressions on both coaches. Coaches are never happy. It's an equally called game when you take a look at both of them, and they're both arguing the call.
2 holding 77, 10-yard penalty. You play 3rd down. Over, dead ball, personal foul, rough 13 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
All right, so after all that, march it back 10, march it back up 15. It's a net 5 and a 1st down for the Bulldog offense right there near midfield.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate penalty for Veterans Memorial because they didn't throw the first one, but they got called for the second one.
Ball at the 49-yard line.
I can do 15 minus 10. That one I can do. 2:46 to play here. Countywide 1st down. Hernandez throws it into the flat. It's caught. And a nice 1st down call by Burbank as they pick up a good 8 yards there. And that was James Gonzalez, another sophomore, making a play.
Yeah, they got Garcia back there at wide receiver sometimes, and he's a sophomore backup quarterback. These guys, that's what Coach Mull wants to see tonight. Who's going to go along with Izzy Zapata and start becoming a playmaker? And then once that happens, man, look out on this Burbank offense.
They fire this side, and again, getting their guys in space. Matthew Reyna there. That picks up the Countywide Service Company 1st down, moves the sticks, and there's a rhythm now to this Hernandez offense.
Yeah, as we wind now under 2 minutes here before the half. Let's see what Coach Mull decides to do and how he wants to pair it.
Just keep doing the same thing. Got it to Zapata. And he didn't get much there, but you can tell that they're just trying to stay away from that initial penetration of the front 4 of Veterans Memorial's defense, getting to the playmakers out on the edge on the perimeter and see if they can beat you with their speed.
Yeah, and you see the importance of, if you're going to have wide receivers out there, they got to throw blocks. You got to find your man. You got to find him quickly because the speed for Veterans Memorial is elite.
2nd down and 8. Looking over the middle now. Hernandez fakes to throw.
Nice.
Horse collared. I don't see a call. Could have been argued to be a horse collar, but instead it'll be 3rd down and long.
I think he got him in the front, though.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. That was a great move, though. Okey doke right there, but good. Sometimes you got to grab whatever you can to get the guy on the ground, right?
Sets up 3rd down and 7. 2-down territory, I would think, with 2 minutes to go. Hernandez running for his life to his left. Nowhere to go, but makes a little bit of something there, and I think he's got the first down. He does.
Yeah, great job getting outside because Veterans Memorial.
Well, they haven't moved the stick yet. Let's see.
Those guys up front, for their defense, doing a really nice job. Hot pursuit, guy that did not buy the ball fake.
Now they do again. Oh, pump to the out, looking to go deep, and he just threw it up there. And what a lucky break for Burbank, because there was miscommunication. Izzy ran the post. He threw the flag, and 2 defenders there to make the interception. Neither one of them come down with it.
He had him, too. Well, that was 15, actually. My bad. 15 was wide open, right over the middle, running a crossing.
There's a timeout on the field here with 14 seconds to go. Let's flash back to last year. Chris Koff is always going into the archives for some great highlights. Clinton Dixon comes, reverses field. He's got speed. He's got the 40, cuts back at the 30, and he's going to go score. Clinton Dixon to the house. Touchdown, Patriots.
Stutter step and whammo. Down the sideline for 6.
It's a great football game. I remember just the guts of both teams of that game last year. Very physical. Guys were tired. Guys were cramping up.
Yeah, the effort that we see week to week, play to play, it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, you've seen both offenses enjoy a little more success here in the second quarter, but that's because of what was going on with these defenses. I mean, to think that you could play at that level for that long is very, very impressive.
All right, so if you're Burbank, you got 14 seconds left. You have a timeout, and you have a very dynamic quarterback. But sometimes it takes them a while for the plays to develop. So let's see what they get something quick here. They're going to have to burn this timeout if he doesn't get out of bounds. He's got the 20, he's got the 10. Gets out of bounds nicely with 6 seconds to go. So that's about what you want.
Well, you can tell Kevin's played a lot of football, right? I mean, that play looked like they wanted to do something to the right. It was getting blown up. And all he did was find himself a seam and then realize that he not only could beat the defense to the sideline, but still give himself a chance to get off another play here, and you're going to have a legit chance to get into the end zone here with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, if you run something quick, you might use that last timeout, get 2 plays. Inside of 5, going deep on the fade, and that ball's incomplete with 1 second left. Now the horn blows. They're going to argue that there's a second left. Veterans Memorial's already run into the halftime locker room, and Mike Moles out there arguing that there's a second left. Well, I don't think he's going to win that argument because the officials are walking off the field too. Let's go down to Matt Roy. Matt.
All right, Coach Irvin, you guys had 2 turnovers in the first half, and it was kind of a turnover fest there at the beginning. What do you guys have to do to capitalize and correct that in the second?
Well, we certainly got to clean things up on offense with ball security and taking care of the ball. I thought our defense really rose to the occasion and didn't let the game get away from us early. And so, we got to clean things up in the second half and play better.
Coach, you told us that this is a different Bulldogs team than you guys played in the playoffs last year. Has this game lived up to what you expected, and how do you pull it out in the second?
100%. I knew they were really good and they were going to be well coached, and that's what you've seen tonight. And we're going to have to play our best to give ourselves a chance to win.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, thanks. When we come back, It'll be our halftime show, our Central Med halftime show. We'll hear from both bands. We'll have our Scholar Athletes of the Week. Much more straight ahead as TNL rolls on.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, The Gomez Law Firm, Beluga Air, Centro Med, Enroll SA, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Zoo, County-Wide Service Company, Christus Children's, ACNowSA.com, Rhino Roofers, San Antonio Ready to Work, Air and Plumbing Today, Living Way Church, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Premier Pros, IBEW, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, and Monarch Trophy Studio.